Good evening and welcome back to Football Manager 2024, and we are back with another episode in the London Green Save. And today we start with a game against Brentham after the last episode where we lost against Acton. It was our first loss of the season after a draw with FC Elmstead where they managed to sneak a 93rd minute goal. Very similar to the game against Tower Hamlets. I mean, those are two wins. You know, they should be wins, but we did not see the game out. And then against Acton, what I want to say happened is they were playing a Route 1. So I decided, okay, we're going to sit back. We're not really going to let them ping the ball over the top of us. And we're going to build up. But we're going to try and build up with pace. And that was the problem, I think. I think in that last episode, when I went 1-0 down, because we had not had much of the ball at all, I panicked. And was like, oh my word, we're not playing well. We're not playing well. And I panicked. And changed things, and it ultimately did not work. So today, against Brentham, we're not going to panic. We're not going to change things like that. We're not going to make those snap decision, knee-jerk reactions. Instead, we're going to stick to the plan. So, Brentham play, vertical tiki-taka. Okay, so it's quick style, possession and movement with a narrower, more direct approach. Okay, so what we are going to do in our tactical meeting to combat that is going to go on to the balanced, keep things balanced, and we're just going to sit back a little bit with a low block, just a little bit, in order to stop them, in order to make sure that they can't just ping it through us and get through easily. That's what I'm going to try and do. In fact, do I want to say trap them inside or do I want to trap them outside? I think I want to trap them inside, and then I want to try and hit them on the counter, if possible, regroup when we lose possession. We're going to try and hit them on the counter. When we have possession, things will just be standard for now. Probably an idea to focus on the wings at some point, but not just yet. And what we're going to do... Oh, I don't know what we're going to do here. I don't know what we're going to do here just yet, but that's how we're going to start. Now, the 11. What is the 11 we're going to go with? Grant is going to swap back out for Embleton. I don't feel like Grant had the best game. Harris is actually going to swap out for Thompson. Thompson is going to start, and then Harris is going to drop for Papazius. The reason for that is, in this game, despite the fact that Harris has scored some goals for us, Harris does not have the pace that we need on this counter-attacking idea. This idea that we're playing requires pace. Royal has pace. Embleton has a good amount of pace as well. Better acceleration, but that'll still work. And then Thompson, 13 and 13. Pace up top. And these midfielders here, theoretically, the ability to unlock that for us. So I might put pass into space on, depending on how the game goes. But we're going to just try and solidify, trap them inside where our midfielders are, and hit them on the counter. That is the idea going into this game, and we're going to try and not get spooked if things do change. Now, we've got a tactical meeting for the under-18 game as well. They're playing against Wealdstone. They've got their selection already done. I'm going to submit that. Go to the match. And here we go. So it's going to load up, but I don't know which game is going to load up first. If it will load up the first 11 or if it will load up the under-18s. Bit of a weird one that we've got both in at the same time here. Okay, that's loaded up the first 11 because Johansson is obviously the first 11 goalie. Let's try and get revenge. Brentham beat us out last time. Okay, now, do we have comp highlights? No, we're on only commentary. Let's go to comp highlights. Okay, this is a bit weird. Because it's not showing me the highlights. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. No, okay, it's not showing me the highlights. It's just showing me the dressing room. Which is a bit of an odd one. Okay, I can read the... Can I change the view? Is that... Maybe that will do it? Oh, there we go. And now if I go back to the director, will it... There we go, that fixed it. Nice, okay. Now we can watch the game properly. Because that was a bit weird. It was just showing me the dressing room as if we were still in the dressing room. Well, of course we weren't. Now, Brentham are moving the ball well. Oh, what is that? A dubious decision. Wow. Okay, so we're already on the back foot. Oh, Johansson, what a save. If it was a dubious decision, then I'm glad that we were able to. Oh, you know what? I'm going to actually do this as well. I'm going to bring the wingers back. I'm going to tell them they're on support already. That's fine. They're going to play on support, and Thompson is going to have to basically be on his own up top. Well, for as best he can, because I want to try and make sure that these guys, with their passing and their quick possession-based game, they can't just pass through us. We've got to be real strong and try and play on the counter. If we can get to maybe... Well, I don't know. I don't want to say like if we can get to 80 minutes 0-0, because that's not really the idea, is it? But we still want to try and go out there and get a goal or two. But if their tactic requires us to sit back a little bit and kind of see what's what a little bit, then that's okay. We'll go with it. Okay, Darnley on the ball. We're still trying to hit him on the counter, so that's not the bad. Oh, Darnley's gone down. Okay, so, Thompson just clears that one all the way on his own. I mean, I've got to try and tell Thompson, I guess, to try and hold the ball up if he can. I mean, he's got to try and play as a target man, which is not really something he is all too good at, but dribble less. It tells him to dribble less as well, which is not... Bring him down as like a false 9? Will that do it? No, that says dribble more. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, but I can't really just have him as a poacher or have him as a pressing forward all the way up there on his own, which is actually where he is now. For example, the rest of the team are focused on defense in this first half. We really need to make sure if we do get the ball up to him that he can still kind of hold on to it. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it? But 15 minutes in, not really a threat on the goal just yet. But again, not really much of a threat from us either. There we go. Howard clears it long. Royal will chase it. And, I mean, that's got to be a yellow card, no? I mean, that's got to be a yellow card. If Royal is actually through and going to get that, then... Oh. Yeah, I think I might also bring that down a bit. Yeah, I might just bring that distance down a bit and try and hold on to the ball if we can. Just a bit, because otherwise we are just going to gift Brenton the ball a little bit too much. Well done, Royal. Gets up. Does well. Johansson currently rocking a 7.7 for that penalty save. Of course, that means the Brenton XG would be through the roof. But oh, look, see, they are still looking for passes through, and they've found a pass through. And that's a good goal. And I've got to say, that is Flint at the back, not marking his man. Not marking his man all too well. The pass came inside. And he just drifted in when I don't think he needed to. And then the run round the right-hand side of our defensive line makes it 1-0. Okay. We've gone a bit shorter with the passing now, with the idea that if we can keep the ball a little bit more, then their kind of tiki-taka won't matter so much. And our pacey players should still be looking for the chance to run in behind. Okay, that was us controlling the ball a bit more, but we've actually eventually given it away, of course. Now they've got the ball. They will whip it in. We will header that one clear, and then Margard will smack it well over the bar. And now I'm a little bit worried that this game is going to just end up being 1-0 to Brenton, and we're just going to sit back and control it in defence, but having gone 1-0 down, it's not going to be good enough. So we've really got to be here ready to counter. Here we go. Thompson on the counter. Look at that pace. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. This is exactly what we need. And he puts it in. That is exactly what we need. I can't believe that has actually worked. This is what I'm saying. We're not going to panic. We're going to stick to the plan. We've got the goal back. I was worried. I was literally saying at the start of this move, or maybe a highlight ago, it was just going to sit back and be 1-0. But we're going to hit them on a counter. We've got pacey players who can put the ball in the back of the net. That's what we're going to focus on. Williamson inside. Thompson, let's go again. Let's go again. Embleton will go. Howard will go. Find Thompson. He is there. Go again, lad. Go again. Look at the pace he has. Absolute danger. Into Howard. Howard gets tackled. Wasn't really strong enough on that ball there, I've got to say. Look at that. Meridian versus the Saints is a goal fest at 2-2 after only half an hour. That's a little bit crazy. But we are playing, I think we're playing quite well. We're definitely playing to a plan here. And it's whether or not our defenders can... Oh, that's good from Johansson. It's whether or not our defenders can stay disciplined and control things. Okay, we are going to step up more. I don't think that'd be the worst idea. I'm going to turn that pressing trap off. Because I don't actually know if it's working. And that might be why they ended up just whipping the ball round us and getting through on goal there. Johansson goes long. Embleton will jump but can't quite get it. Darnley brings it down. Brentham have the ball again. He goes inside and they're moving the ball very slowly. And you see we're not biting. And we're trying to force them into these kind of passes. And Thompson will eventually get that ball. Oh, Carson makes a good tackle. Thompson was looking to just go on a run there. And that's literally, that's what I'm telling him to do. Just get the ball and go on a run. Darnley back to Williamson. Back to Darnley again. I mean, that is really, really good play, pinging the ball around. Darnley was offside, but I would have preferred the chance to counter there. I mean, to be honest, but it is what it is. Lovett on the ball. Now forward, please. Yep, Olafsson. Would it be an idea to tell the wingers, even here, to kind of get beyond the line? Is there a way we can do that? Get further forward. Yeah, okay, there we go. We're going to tell the wingers, get further forward, which doesn't fully align with the idea of, we want to be completely solid at the back. But it also still kind of does. Because I want them making the run still at the right time. I don't want them just, running willy-nilly and just throwing themselves at everything. But when we have got the ball, I want them trying to get in behind because they are so pacey. I think that's how we're going to take advantage of the tactic that we're currently playing. Here we go. Okay, Royal almost made that run. And he kind of stopped himself, but the pass probably wasn't on anyway. There we go. Lovett all the way. Embleton makes the run in behind. That's what we want. He will look for the cross, and that is how I think we're going to build a bit of pressure. If they're focused on keeping the ball and playing that way, they can do that. We're going to back our defenders to get the ball back. Carlisle on the ball here. Find a pass, lad. Find a pass. He finds the back post. Embleton jumps. Williamson gets it away. Olofsson is there. They can do that. I'm going to let them do that. They want possession. They can have possession. When we inevitably do get the ball back, going to try on the counter. We've got the pacey players to do it. And I think that's going to be how we might sneak a win in this game. At the moment, it's only a 1-1, of course. Now, Flint, Royal is there. Actually, it was Lovett. What is Lovett doing in that position? I do not know. But that means Royal must be covering him at some point. Where is Royal now? Royal's out there now. Lovett has drifted back into position. And we've won a free kick there. That's pretty good. I mean, we had the ball for a long while there. So defensively, doesn't really look like Brentham are, putting up too much pressure. Carlisle was definitely offside there. He was about 3 or 4 steps offside on that one. So, here we go. Brathwaite into Olafsson, into Embleton, who, okay, we go back. I don't mind it so much. When the chance to play the ball in behind happens. There it is. And now Howard, just have a go. He doesn't have a go. Maybe I want to get the shoot on sight on. I think maybe I do, because if we're playing this counter-attacking idea, I do want us to make sure when we get a chance, have a go. Have a go. Okay, analytical data shows that Brentham are playing the ball quite up. They're playing in a relatively high line. Now, if I look at our tactics, oh, no. Keep going. We'll get our rewards. I fully believe that. We're playing well. We're playing well. Okay, now if we went on to cautious, we're gonna, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on to cautious. I want Naby in there. He does not have the best pace, does he? But he can fling the ball out a bit. In fact, he's got better passing than Howard, so Naby is going to come on. I know Thompson is isolated. I know that. But if the wingers can push forward when we have the ball, they can join up with him, I believe. It's a bit of a risk because, of course, if he does get the ball up on his own, he's going to be completely isolated. He's going to have to work real hard to either win a free kick, somehow keep possession, or wait for the team to join him and find a pass. And that's not going to be easy at all. I actually think... I don't actually like how high our line is playing here. I'm going to turn that... I don't know. It's been working, though. You know what? I'm going to keep things as they are just for now. I'm going to keep things as they are for now. We might get burned. We might not. Let's see what happens in this second half. Okay, Williamson on the ball. Okay, that's the end of the highlight. Okay, as I say, we've let them have possession. Go on, Lovett. Blocked. Corner ball. Fine. We're letting them have possession. That is part of the game plan here. They want to play passes. They can play passes. That's no problem at all. Embleton whips that one in. We jump at the back post, but won't be able to get there. It looks like we will reclaim that. Olafsson does get the ball. Meridian a 4-2 up against the Saints. That is a pretty good result for them. Long Lane 2-0 against London Samurai. I also want to say that's probably a pretty good result. We're at 60 minutes now. Good interception. The ball goes back to Augustus, looks inside, Richards on the ball. And look how structured we are. We are really structured. They go into a long ball. Johansson takes control. That's really, really good. That's actually really good. Now Johansson brings the ball with a big old kick. Royal will jump, not get there. Olafsson will win it. No, there was an offside, and we've actually earned about 40, 50 yards there just because of that offside. Now Lovett to Brathwaite. Into Thompson. Now, the run in behind. There we go. Embleton. Look for a cross or look for something. He does look for a cross. It's blocked. It goes out for a corner. And I would very much like to see what we can do. Or on the set piece. We're still looking for the back post, but we aren't finding all too much on that back post right now. I'm going to see what happens if we start taking a few short corners. And really, you know, that will keep possession high up the pitch and maybe just unlock a couple of chances. Because I think we've got quality players that I think potentially will be able to break through the Brentham line. So we've got to get a corner and then we'll see what happens with it. Because whipping it in, I'm not sure it's had so much of an effect. Whereas if we've got a corner and we play it short, we're already up in their third, in the final third, which is kind of the idea. We're not getting that much time up there. So if we do get a chance to go up there, I want us to try and take it. So the instructions are shoot on sight. That's absolutely fine. Monroe on the ball here. He'll go all the way into Carson. And they've got Carson on a yellow card. Davies on the ball. Goes back to Margard, who doesn't really look like he's going to find a part. We are very structured here. Very, very nice. They are passing the ball around as much as they want. I mean, they really are. In fact, I'm going to go on to extended highlights here. Just because of how much they are passing the ball around. It does feel like perhaps a few of these... Oh, that was very close. A few of these highlights are, you know, nothing. Like a little bit of nothing because of how much Brentham are just passing the ball around us. Because we're just sitting back and saying, go on, you can keep doing that. You can keep doing that all you want. It's not going to bother us. I mean, look, they really do look like they're wasting some time here. Marriott's like sorting his socks out, sorting his boots out. And eventually they do play it short. They find a good ball across. Muanda clears it and Royal will get it. And Royal should go. He is quicker than just about every other player in this team. Maybe Thompson gives him a run for his money. Embleton's pretty quick as well. And that's really good. And he shoots from distance. It goes just over, but I don't mind it. Like I've said, we're not going to get that many chances. So if we do get a couple of chances, absolutely have a go, have a crack, see what happens. Howard's chasing that, but Carson will get it away. Olafsson will jump, but he's beaten in the air. That's a heavy touch from Darnley, but we don't stop him. He goes into Davies, and they are throwing numbers forward here. They really are. Davies shoots. It goes over. I'm going to make the decision here to bring on Papazius, and he can join Thompson at the top of this pile. I think Naby will come on. Okay. Naby has a slightly better passing stat than Olafsson. We've got a corner. Are we going to go short? Is that going to be... I've asked them to. But are they going to do it? Or is Naby going to kind of do what he thinks is best? He whips it in. It's a bad ball in. Ends up with Embleton anyway. It goes forward. Mwanda shoots. Oh! That was a close one. That was actually very close. Now, I would like to just quickly pause it and make you all aware of the non-penalty XG there. We are actually 20 points better, 0.2 better on the non-penalty XG, which I believe shows that this game plan has been pretty solid here. Has been pretty good. There's not a lot of time to go here. Embleton is offside. Brilliant block by Thompson. I mean, this is going to be the end of it. And that is... Oh, we've stolen it. Go on, Thompson. Oh, come on. Okay, well, we take a draw and we actually do... We bounce back. We bounce back. Seem to lose focus. No, Royal. I mean, I feel like Royal played pretty well. Pretty well. I don't know. That feels a bit rough. But maybe... Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should have thrown up Papazius a little bit earlier or something like that. I don't know if that would have changed things up a little bit. Okay, now we've got the under-18 game going ahead. Oh, we're going to click play forward. They tend to start on a defensive setup. And I always just tell them to go attacking. Because the under-18s have pretty good quality for an under-18 squad. They're pretty solid. So if I tell them to go attacking, usually that ends up with a good chunk of goals. It might not be the case today. We'll have to wait and see. Can we look? Oh, we look at the league table. I mean, they're doing pretty well. Oh no, that's the first team. That's the first team league table, isn't it? That's not the under-18s league table. They're actually 1-0 down right now. Very even though. It's very even. They're playing the kind of high tempo game that I do ask the first team to play quite a lot on the counter as well. I'm actually going to turn that off though. I'm going to keep the press on. I don't think they need to consistently counter attack. I think that may be something we're doing wrong with the first team as well. Just looking for a counter attack every time perhaps means that we're giving up a bit of possession as well. It is difficult because you've got to try and find that balance between possession and goals. Analytical data shows that, I mean, it's very even. It's just very even here. Team talk complete. Let's go. Second half. Peter Peters, on you come. You've got to. He's just a solid player. And Roberts up the right-hand side as well. There we go. Peter Peters is probably a player that could soon enough be in the first 11. Playing with the first 11 because he is just a real good player. Very solid stats. Oh my word, Roberts has just come on. Now we're going to have to change things up. It won't let me make it a 5 at the back here. There we go. Now it's a bit of a weird shape where we're kind of left-hand sided a little bit. But we'll keep going. I mean, look at the XG. Again, it's in our favour. Roberts with the yellow card and then the instant injury is not great. XG is very close now. We just seriously, we need to find one goal. Let's tell them to calm the tempo down just a tad. Get that shoot on sight on as well. Last substitution made. 10 minutes to go. I mean, I do not know how. I mean, look at the amount of shots we're taking now. We've got to keep taking shots. Keep getting them off the... Make the keeper work. My word. 2-0. Wow, there we go. I didn't even I mean, like, that's only just gone. But dang, that's a bit unfortunate. I mean, more possession, an absolute buttload of shots, loads of corners, injury that did kind of wreck things. But you can see how even that is all the way through the game. But we just were not putting the ball on the back of the net. So, okay, dokes. Well, next up for the London Greens, I think. I'm not actually sure who we've got next. I'm not sure if it's this episode where we have the Kraken games coming up of, like, I think we've got Peckham and Larkspur coming up, but I don't know who's next. We'll find out in just a second, of course. After we hit that save, go to the inbox. London Greens hold Brentham. We played a kind of wing play. I mean, I guess we did, yeah, but yeah, we gave up possession. XG was in their favour because of the penalty. Don't worry about that, of course. It's a bit of a weird one. It was a bit of a weird one. Okay, who have we got next? We've got Lewisham Borough. Okay, there we go. Quick look at the data hub. Shows that they play Route 1. Okay, well, here we go. This is what undid us with Acton. Tends to play with a more cautious mentality. Okay, we shall see what happens in that game. Now, I'll zoom ahead to get to that one because we've actually got an under-18 game before then. And then, I mean, look at that. Then we've got 3 under-18 games between episodes. So, yeah. Okay, dokes. Thank you for watching. No, not thank you for watching. We've got the next game to play. I will get to the next game. Righto. It's actually the next day for me recording now in the real world. I'm recording on the next day, and look, we've had some absolute freaking raid of our team here. It's never ending at the moment. It's never ending. Brathwaite is gone, but I've already gone in and said I want him back, so I've put him under bid, and we're going to see if we can try and get him back at some point. Brennan Grigg has also gone again. This one is actually one where I cannot get him back because Attleborough are paying him a significant amount of money, more than I can possibly get, muster together for him. And then a little bit further up, Ondo offers made. Griggs obviously left. Williams opts to stay, which is nice. Shaw's gone, another player we were looking at. And Hart is gone as well. So that's our experienced right back. We were kind of working at the back with the right back. So if I look at the tactics now, guys, I have to replace Brathwaite. I just don't have a player to go in there. Like, I've got Jimmy Maloney, who's a youth player, who can go in there, but it's not really the same. And it's a little bit frustrating. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this next game is put Papazius on, and Thompson is going to return as a super sub. Now, why is that? Well, the reason is, if I have it sorted on average rating, Cameron Thompson is the man. In the last game, he actually did get a really, really good rating where he started, and in the other games, it's a bit lower, but he's so good, like, kind of on average, coming on and having an impact, that's what I think I want to do with him. Not from now on, but for a little bit. Now, another big, interesting bit of news is that Abbott is back. Now, Royal, I think, has actually played quite well. Look at that. He's got a really, really good number. So what I'm going to do is Royal is going to come in for Ben Scott and take up one of those sub positions. It would be really, really cool if I could have Darkest in there as well and cover the left-hand side. But I need a defensive cover. I need at least one defensive cover. So that's why we can't really fully change that just yet. Now, another kind of little change is the tactics are still very much kind of as they were. The only real change I've made is a little bit, again, a bit of a simplification on the tactics are with Mwanda. He's now a ball-winning midfielder rather than an anchor. And then here as well, it's going to be a ball-winning midfielder rather than an anchor. So we're going to hit save on that and make sure that these little tactical changes do actually save. And then on attacking 3, he will stay as an anchor because he's a little bit less... He's a little bit more likely to be found out if the attackers are moving forward so much on that higher tempo. But something that I think was not really working is that when we were trying to play on this super high tempo stuff and with long passes on, it wasn't really working. So that's why I'm going to say on these tactics, I'm going to try and keep things real simple until we move into the game and then try and adapt from there. We want to kind of see what space is doing and stuff like that ahead of us. Now, another thing to mention, just one more thing to mention between the games, is that we had another under-18s match. It was against the FC United of Manchester team, and we got a win. Bradley Williams, 2 goals, 2-1. They only scored via a penalty, so we'll absolutely take that. We've got maybe 4 or 5 days. See, look, Brathwaite says no. It's so frustrating. He's been with us from the beginning. He's gone to Britwell, but we are going to keep him. Absolutely, we're going to keep aware of him. So I'm going to put him on the shortlist. He's on the shortlist. Go into the scouting, move to the shortlist, and see the players that we've got in there. We've got Callum McHale, who unfortunately left. Priestley Halpin, who's a centre-back that I was looking at, mostly for the jumping reach, the tackling, good stats like that. I'm not really sure. Not really sure if we'll be able to get him, but we could give it a go at some point. We've got Keane Brathwaite, who we're not getting rid of. Matt Shaw, who again is a player that we've just brought, well, just had on trial, but he's actually gone somewhere else. He is a target forward. I mean, those stats say he is a target forward, but we can't really afford him right now either. And then, of course, Kasim Shah as well, a centre-back with the same kind of stuff, good marking, relatively good tackling, positioning, concentration, all the good stats that we need, or at least the stats that we are looking for. But when we approached to sign him, he didn't want it last time. Let's see if he's more than willing this time. See, we just can't afford it. We just can't afford it. Got to give him like a huge boost in money in order to try and get him to join. And he still wants more. So we'll add in a goal bonus. If you happen to score a goal for us from centre-back, that'll give you some money as well. There we go. He has accepted that. Mostly because we do have a significant amount of money kind of in the budget that we aren't using, which is pretty useful. But the problem is that because we're still on, semi-professional, or not, we're not amateur, like we're still getting paid some, but semi-professional, it means that if a club does come in and want to give out a full contract, I just can't compete with that. So, yeah. Also, Peter Peters is getting offers, and I'm really not a fan of that. A lot of clubs are interested in him, and if he does go, I think it's going to be very difficult to get him back. I can't really... Oh, it's actually just jumped ahead, but I can't really give him any form of contract either. Now, Johansson's got an offer as well. It's just an absolute bloodbath. And this is probably like where I'm saying, why did they take us professional? The reason is that they wanted me to try and get these kind of players and then have them at the club and get promoted. But obviously at the time, we were kind of still finding our feet in this game. And we had a good couple of seasons. I'm not going to say we didn't. But now we're at kind of a different stage where we have to build a bit slower, and it just means that part and parcel with that is some players are going to be poached, and then we're going to have to poach other players and try and do our best to kind of figure that out. And it just does not end. It will not end. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Papasis offers. Johansson offers. Bothroyd signed a deal. That's good. We like that. Youth players sticking around. Larkspur versus Acton is pretty big. Look at that. First versus fourth. We're expected to win in our game. Papasis, more offers going. Mbappe's the best in the world. Sign Danny Walker, but we can't because look at the money he's on. How on earth would we ever sign him? Into the team selection, Naby is obviously away. Now, why is Naby away? Well, he's away on international duty. So Spanudakis is going to drop in. We're going to have quite an attacking bench here. And now we're going on the positive. Why are we going on the positive? Well, we are going on the positive because we're supposedly favourites for this game against Lewisham Borough. And I was actually saying that Carlisle is not happy with the position he's been given. But I think he should be okay with it. Now, instructions are to play it slightly shorter now with a higher tempo. I just want to see what the team can do, maybe in the first 20 so minutes. We're going to go on comp highlights here. I'm going to press play. We're going to see what we can do in the first 20 minutes or so. I want to try and keep a bit of possession, pushing at a kind of a regular number, not too high, not too like crazy up the pitch. But we are still going to have a bit of a high press on. And oh, God. Oh, Johansson's injured already. That's not great. Oh, my word. If we have to bring Hopkins in, we'll bring Hopkins in. Good steal from Abbott. That's exactly what he's in for. Papazis also gets it stolen, but they clear it. And we will get the ball from a throw-in just inside our own half. Now, if we can get a win here today, you can see the table. It said that Larkspur were 3 points clear of us. Of course, they've played their game in hand now, I believe. Come on, Howard. That's good. The shorter passing tempo should be, with a higher tempo, should mean that we are able to get the ball, or at least have the ball for a little bit longer per period. Flint inside. Mwanda's there. Lovely stuff. That's really good. And now Abbott should go past his man, get the cross in. It's deflected corner. That's fine. All right, now Johansson. Do we take him off? Do we... I don't know. What's it saying about his injury? Can we see anything about his injury? Gone to the back post. That'll be another corner. What's it saying? Just says injured. It doesn't tell me anything more than that. Embleton whips it in. Or well up and out again. You know what? I'm actually going to try it again. I'm going to try and have us going on these short set pieces for a second here and just see if it works. Just to see if it works. Not even anything crazy like we're only ever going to take short corners just to keep the ball. Embleton at the back. It's nodded away by Burt. Now, are they going to play this short corner that I'm asking them to play? There's our numbers here. You've got Abbott in there. You've got Mwanda in there. Embleton short. Or you're going to whip it in? No, he whips it in. And, okay, they clear it and we will get the ball back and go again, which means possession is in our favour now. Maloney to the back post. Papazis jumps. Comes out to Abbott. This is very much all us at the start here. Carlisle was there, but it's going to be nodded away for yet another corner. So this first 10 minutes has been very, very positive. You know, mostly us on the ball. Embleton, this time he does go short. That's good. Abbott to Mwanda, gets tackled or come out to Carlisle. You know what? I might even tell them to shoot on side because that might be a bit of a you know, like not a genuine chance or guaranteed chance, but a bit of a chance to always get the shot away. Embleton gets taken out. That's a free kick. Nowhere near the ball, Woodhouse. Nowhere near the ball. Are we given a yellow card? Is there any form of card coming here? Gets away with a warning. How? There's nowhere near the ball. So late on that. Lovett here on the ball this time. Is he going to cross it, pass it, or shoot it? He shoots it well wide. It's not really much of an effort there. Let's go into the set piece and actually see if there's a better option on that. Because at the minute, I'm not sure. I mean, look at that. It's given them to him because everyone else is off at the minute. I mean, Nabby's not here. Chris Harris is on the bench. We've dropped him for Cameron Thompson to stay on the bench. Papazis on the starting lineup, of course. Papazis on the ball. Really, really good run. I wouldn't... Yeah, there we go. You know what? I'm going to tell them to shoot on sight now. Any chance you get, put that ball towards the goal. It is all us. It is all momentum our way. Embleton comes out to Abbott. Abbott to Mwanda, shoots it, blocked it. Carlisle back to Howard, all the way back. That's not bad. He goes into all the way wide. Look, what a ball across. Embleton. Carlisle over the top. It's going to just go straight to the goalie. That was not really who we want to be shooting there. Mwanda out to Olafsson, into Embleton. And we go again. Olafsson now find Embleton again. I mean, you've got to give him an option, Maloney. That's not great. Whips it in. No one's there. Ridgewell knocks it out for, what is that, like the 10th corner? In only 15, 16 minutes. I'm going to go on to the extended highlights here because at the moment, it's just a lot of us having the ball. A lot of corners, a lot of chances. But it's just all us. It's not really much. Oh, very close. Love it. Find a pass. He does. Howard finds a pass as well. Mwanda goes backwards. Olafsson. Again, we go backwards, but look how well we are keeping the ball here. Really, really, really holding the ball well until then. But Embleton will get to the end of that, cross it, and probably could have gone himself. Oh my word, he whips it in again. Lovett will win that one back. We've got the ball back, and look at the possession. It's all us. All us right here. 76%. Olafsson whips that one in. Ridgewell jumps. Papazis will reclaim. Back to Mwanda, who moves it slowly and lets the centre-backs get back into position. I really like that. That's actually so useful. Imagine that. Embleton, just take on your man. There we go. And then get the cross in. Abbott jumps at the back post, nods it over. But that's all right. That's all right. It's all us. 4 chances, yet none on target just yet. Oh, here we go. Another opportunity. Lovett will shoot it again, and that one will just go just over. Bit of a better option now. Olafsson has also taken a knock, and he's actually looking pretty rough on the condition meter. I'm actually going to, I'm going to have to go ahead and make that change. Olafsson. Royal comes in. I guess Howard should probably drop back. Abbott can go central, and then we're still technically playing the same. Yeah, we're still technically playing the same structure, the same form. It's just different players in different positions here. Okay. Flint, good ball in. Embleton jumps. It's gone over. Okay, they want me to... Okay, I can get behind the play for set pieces, but they want me to take off shoot on sight, but we're not fully overloading here. So I'm going to move on to the attack mindset. Hitting the target, pulling the trigger and hitting the target. We're going on to the attack mindset here because we've got absolute domination in terms of possession, and that must also mean that where we are on the pitch is in a good, in a good area. We don't really want to just be passing the ball around the back. We want to get into a good area, just like this. Just like that. There we go, through the lines, up to the final third, and Embleton will whip in across. It will go to no one, but that's still something. Now, Carlisle jumps. Looks like they are going to get the ball back with Daffyd. He goes out wide. Burt, who is on a yellow card at right back. We might do well to target him. Oh, they've got injuries as well. It's injuries all around. Top goal scorer. Okay, well then we'll want to put him onto the weaker foot. Most assists. Also put him onto the weaker foot as well. Fight marking. Triggering no press at the back. I'm going to confirm those little things as we go into this second half. I'm going to try and make sure the assist maker can't get easy assists in. Turner jumps and that's in. You've got to stop the cross. You've got to stop the cross. That's in the instructions. There's nothing about that that I like. We've told them to stop the crosses. That's been on the cards for I don't know how long. Lovett goes forward. It's still mostly us. Embleton, that's a really bad pass, but it's still mostly us. So I do think we can come back from this, but I'm really not happy with how they are going about things right now. They just seem to be a lot of fire. A lot of kind of go for it, go forward, let's go. Over the top they go. Carlisle will jump and clear really nicely. Now Royal on the ball. Go back to Carlisle. Good ball into Abbott. Now Royal is making a run on the right-hand side. He's in acres. So is Embleton on the left. I don't mind that. Look at that. That's the space we need to be trying to exploit. Inside. Howard is there. Shoots it. It's in. There we go. That's exactly the kind of play we're after, where we stretch the defence, get it into the dangerous players in the middle of the park, and ultimately put it in the back of the net. Lovely stuff. We'll skip that highlight. We saw that goal quite well. Instructions say passing directness now is on standard, and I've taken off the shoot on sight by going attacking, but out of possession, we're still pretty much where we are. In fact, with that possession go much higher, I'm going to move the defensive line even higher and really try and squeeze them. Really try and squeeze Lewis Shumbara here, because we've got the players who can absolutely do that. Okay, Abbott gets the shot deflected. Will go out for another corner. We'll probably end up going short again. They want me to work the ball into the box. I don't know. Abbott into Papazis, who shoots. It's just gone over. Okay, fine. Only till about 70 minutes, unless we have taken a lead, unless we've done something really, really useful here, and getting the ball into the box is working. I mean, that's a bad pass from Mwanda. There was definitely passes on there. Now we're defending on this counter. Turner moves the ball forward, dribbles it, and then passes. Ratnage, maybe? finds O'Connor. O'Connor shoots from yards. It goes over. I'm really not, I mean, what happened to Johansson? I don't even know. It was so early in the game, but I'm reluctant to make that change. Now, Thompson, on you come. Embleton, off you go. And that is actually all of the changes here. I'm banking on it not getting worse in the last 25 minutes here, because I do not want to draw this game in particular. It said we were favourites. I do not want to draw this game. I want to win this game. Okay, Johansson, what are you going to do with it? What's the plan? He kicks it out towards the left-hand side. Embleton, actually, no, it's not Embleton anymore. Spanudakis is on, and he will get the ball. And his MO, just run. And that's exactly what he's done. He looks for a dangerous pass. It is a dangerous cross in. Burt on the ball finds a pass out, but lovely stuff from Levi Flint. Royal, Howard, forward, Abbott, pass it. I was thinking maybe Spanudakis was on there, but he didn't go for it. Howard, now Spanudakis, now inside, and then go. No! Lovett goes all the way across to Royal. That is an incredible pass, and Royal gets taken out. Woodhouse gave away that free kick in the first half. Thompson is on the penalties here, shaking his arm, shaking himself off, making sure he's ready. And he buries it. Was there a doubt? Cameron Thompson off the bench. I don't know if you could ask for anything more. Like, that has got to be, moving forward, that's got to be our tactic. Cameron Thompson is coming on 50, 60, 65 minutes maybe. You know he's going to come on and make a difference because he is absolutely rapid. He's got really good shooting on him. He's putting the ball in the back of the net more often than not. And from the penalty spot, he makes no mistake. We are now in the driver's seat, winning this game right now, 2-1. And Thompson is still there, able to maybe go again. Probably should have found a pass, but Abbott steals it and then gets taken out. Thompson picks it up on the advantage, surely. He plays a lovely ball into Spanudakis, who finds the back of the net, and that was absolutely beautiful. I know there were tackles in there. Abbott wins it back. Thompson had it. Abbott gets tackled. Thompson takes it on, finds a lovely pass. Look at this. So Abbott does get tackled here. Well, actually, it's not really a tackle. He's completely taken out, and it actually looks like he's stayed down. But then Thompson plays a lovely ball in. Spanudakis on the end of it. Abbott has stayed down. You know what? Can I get him off? Can I bring him off? Oh my word, there's another one. Can't substitute him off, apparently. But take off. There we go. Bringing him off. We'll play the last 10 minutes with a man down. And in fact, I'm going to go on to the just balanced mentality here. No, sorry. The balanced game plan here. Plan A, balanced. And just kind of keep it calm. Oh my word, Abbott steals the ball. Gets taken out. No, that was a good tackle that time. And just let's also get some time wasting going. Let's just wrap this up. 4-1. You've kind of got to think that basically the quality of our players tells in the end. The quality of our players ends up winning us this game. And obviously it's not just winning it 2-1 at this point. 4-1. We've been the better side over a significant amount of this game. We've had more possession. We were generating chances. As soon as we did start working the ball into the box, I have to admit to the AM, we worked the ball into the box. We were generating better chances. But across the park, for 90 minutes, more or less, 84 minutes, we have been the better side. So I'm not going to, good tackle, Maloney, what a challenge. I'm not going to worry about the fact that we were 1-0 down or anything like that. We brought it back. We got that penalty. Spanudakis taken out. That was definitely a foul. What do you mean? There was no contact on the ball at all there. Cloud inside. Williams probably goes inside again. He does. Dafford shoots it from yards. It goes over. It goes wide. I'm not sure. One or the other. And that is not long to go now. 85 minutes. 4-1. A great way to bounce back after losing in the last episode. Losing our first game. And then not quite making it count against Brentham. In fact, we did play well against Brentham. We played a tactic that ended up working. It got us the point that we were after. And obviously there's always a chance to steal points and whatnot elsewhere. Larkspur only look like they're getting a draw right now. Peckham have just scored, so they'll be getting a win. They've gone up into first position. Flint does well to kind of pressure Ratnage there. And eventually win the ball off him, to which Mwanda brings it forward. Royal goes back. This is the balanced mindset now. We were in no rush here to to get the ball forward. I mean, look at those passes between Flint and Carlisle. They're just having absolute fun at the back there. And that's got to be... Oh, one more. Yeah, there we go. Long ball forward. Ridgewell's on the ball. Are they going to let them play another attack? Is there really any point now, ref? I'm not sure there is. Johansson into Lovett. They're still continuing on. And Royal's actually going to run up the right-hand side. Into Howard. Find Royal then. Oh, there we go. It is all over. Okay. And that is more like it. That is more like it. That's what we're after. I know. We actually went in 1-0 down. We actually went in 1-0 down. But you can see exactly what that second half kind of looks like for us. And just how high up the pitch we were playing. It forces them back. And it gives us the opportunity to create chances. Put the ball in the box. Ultimately, put the ball in the back of the net. 14 shots to their 9. 5 on target to their 4. XG is, well, 3.5 times better. 8 corners to their 3. Possession was way better. Passes were way better. They committed so many fouls. 23 fouls. They were trying their best to kind of cut us down and stop us playing our game. I'm not having it. I'm not allowing it. In fact, they were probably lucky not to get more yellow cards with 23 fouls. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Way too many. But that is going to be that. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, guys. It's a bit of a weird one where I've kind of like, I cut my recording halfway through, come back the next day. It's actually beneficial in a way because it means that after that draw against Brentham, I was able to think about, okay, how do I want to go about that kind of match again? Obviously, this game against Lewisham Borough, we played our style a bit more. We kind of focused on our style a little bit more than theirs. And they're a weaker side, so, you know, we did well. We put them away. We did what we needed to do. Let's look at the fixtures that were just played real quick. Here we go. So Larkspur and Acton actually got a draw. So basically, they took points off of each other, which is absolutely fine. Peckham 3-2 against Brentham is, I mean, I'm not going to say lucky. I'm not going to say lucky. I want to see the times on those goals. I feel like they scored quite late. They did. Look at that. 90+1. They did score quite late. They were 1-0 up, 2-1 down. A very even game. I mean, look at those stats. They're very even. In fact, Brentham had way more corners. Everyone's fouling each other. Possession was actually with Brentham as well. So they've done well to get a 3-2 out of that. We look at the analytical data. Well, we don't actually have much. We don't have much. We just have like the general stats, I think. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, we do. Look at that. There we go. So it just takes a second to load up. All right. That's like meta now. It takes a second. Look how compact they were in the middle of the park versus Peckham obviously sitting back a little bit and must have been playing on the counter-attack. The yellow cards all over the place. What is that? That is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yellow cards in that game. That is an absolute like foul fest, basically. Meridian hold a draw against Manfred Way. That's pretty good. John Burt, the long lane player, gets himself player of the week. That's real nice. What other results were there? There was that Samurai beat Bermondsey. Bermondsey are down this year. They're really struggling. Samurai in 8th. Not really drawing many games. Of course, they lost to us early doors. 13 points. We're still at the business end, though. This is exactly what we want. We've only lost one game, and it's against Acton. Well, it's an interesting one, really. It's an interesting one, really. Yeah. Okay, what else have we got? We got Newbury losing to Long Lane. Those two teams are kind of bottom of the pile. Peck and Brentham, of course. Pitshanger beat Elmstead. Pitshanger beat Elmstead. That's an interesting one. That's a middle of the table clash as well. And then the Saints lost. The Saints are at the bottom, really struggling. They lost to the Tower Hamlets, who, of course, we should have beaten. We absolutely should have beaten. Like, I want to say Elmstead and Tower Hamlets are both games that we should have won. You know, we should have won 2-0. And if we had, we'd actually be up 4 points as to where we are. We'd be sitting at the top easily. Right, let's have a look at the schedule. Next episode is going to be an absolute cracker. Peckham Town, Larkspur Rovers, the two teams above us. This is the climb that we're on. But before then, I've got to play 3 under-18 games. So that'll be quite something. Thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall catch you next time.